Maureen and I have been married for over 50 years. We've still got a few years ahead of us, we hope. We just take it easy and have fun when our health allows us to. That will be for some time yet. I met Maureen, would have been about 1956. She would have been a ripe old age of about 17 or something, and I was a bit older. We just seemed to click, and we had a long engagement and finally got married when she turned 21. We got two children. One was born, Diane, in 1962 after a 1961 marriage, and the other one in 1965 was Carol. We had it rough. We could not afford frozen peas. I longed for frozen peas, we had to have canned peas. But it meant that there was no spare money for Maureen to do anything. One of our problems that we realise now was married woman, 1960s, could not get a job. She was isolated, and that was the problem. Maureen probably had the first indication of something was wrong, which we now think may have been postnatal depression, when the youngest one was perhaps a few months old, say 1966. 50 years ago, there's not a problem. Have a sleeping pill, get on with it. Now they say, look, there is a disease. We can diagnose it. Let's do something about it. That is the basic problem. You've got a disease, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I not only had to work, but in those days I had to go to night school. I came home sometimes and Maureen was pushing one or other of the children backwards and forwards out the front in a pusher, and the kid was crying her eyes out because it was colicky. And this situation meant that she got more and more withdrawn. I remembered that she used to cry herself to sleep sometimes. After her breakdown and she was being treated, all of a sudden her life improved and her ability to do things improved. 1969, Maureen actually got herself a job. She had a purpose in life, she had mobility, she had some money. Things on the surface improved, but the harm had been done. It manifested themselves in physical ailments, and I think they tended to hide the mental problem until, as a result of the physical problem with her stomach, she went to a lady gastroenterologist. I know what's wrong with you. I know exactly what's wrong with you. This is where you go. And she sent her to a psychiatrist. Started treatment, and she's been going upwards ever since. But we got a little bit more money now. We go to England more regularly, and as long as we've got something positive to look forward to, and as long as we can enjoy ourselves even in a limited way because of our health, the future is good. It's a full-time occupation and you have to learn. Nobody tells you. There was no Beyond Blue to say, this is what you do, this is how you do it. There was no books. So you learn as you go along, and it's an intellectual exercise, and it's something that you live with all your life. And you find things you can do, and you find things you can't do. You use humour as much as you possibly can. If you can get them to believe in themselves, they're halfway to a cure almost. A professional carer looks after somebody because they're a professional, but you're not a professional carer. You're doing it because you're with someone. It's got to be love. If you look after yourself, you've got a chance to look after somebody else. You have to look after yourself, and you have to be very You have to be kind to yourself, because if you can't be kind to yourself, you can't be kind to anybody else. I didn't know that I was a carer. I realised afterwards that I had become one because of what I was doing. So if you are a successful carer, you save that person, but you save your own relationship, and you save the relationship of everybody who is involved by the two of you. That is the trouble with depression, because it affects everybody. And if you can reduce that, you make a tremendous difference, and you benefit, and the whole community benefits from it, but particularly your circle of friends and relations. The help is out there and the understanding is out there.